Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Okay. In the last class, we have studied about growth and reproduction as a property of living organisms. Have you any doubt in that?
No.
You can text your message. So now we move forward. Next property of living organism, that's metabolism. Metabolism, last time we have discussed metabolism. Remember, it's basically in metabolism, what kind of processes are there? Write down your answer in chat box. What type of, basically two types of process or reactions are there that we can say that metabolism or metabolic reactions. Anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism, synthesis type, catabolism, breakdown type of in that reactions are there. Next thing for this metabolism, now we will discuss metabolism in detail, and at the end we will see like a growth and reproduction, metabolism is or is not the exclusive defining property of living organisms. So first remember, see, chemical reactions occur between that molecules. So all living organisms, remember, all living organisms are made up of chemicals. All living organisms are made up of chemicals. These chemicals either big in size or small in size. If simple compound, then smaller in size. If larger, complex compound, if complex compound, then larger in size. So it depends, either big molecules, small molecules. Next, after that, remember, this all chemicals are the molecules, okay? They belongs to, talk about chemicals. These chemicals belongs to various classes. This chemicals belongs to various classes. Various classes meaning what? Some of the chemicals that acts as an enzyme. Some of the chemicals that acts as an receptors. Some of the chemicals that acts as an hormones, etc. Like that, that chemicals are there. They belongs to various classes. Some are lipids, some are proteins, some are carbohydrates. And this chemical, see, the role of enzyme is different from that receptor and hormone. Same way, role of receptor is different from enzyme and hormones. So remember, first of all, chemicals, all living organisms are made up of chemicals. Either they are big in size or small. All belong to various classes, and they perform various functions. Okay, they perform various functions. So remember, chemicals are constantly made and change into some other biomolecules. One of the simplest example, that glucose to glycogen conversion. Statement is what? Chemicals are constantly made and change into some other biomolecules. Glucose, when excess amount of glucose is present in blood, it convert into glycogen as a stored food of animal. And when glucose level decrease in blood, at that time, this glycogen break down, and from that glucose molecules are released. So depends on the requirement. Constantly the chemicals are made and change into some other form. This glucose that enter into that respiratory cycle, respiration, and produce energy. Energy in the form of ATP molecule, adenosine triphosphate. That entire chemical name is the adenosine triphosphate. So glucose to glycogen conversion when excess amount of glucose is there. This glucose is also can enter into respiration and produce an ATP molecule, energy molecule. So depends on the requirement. Remember, chemicals are constantly made and change into some other biomolecules. Like that, so many thousands of reactions are occur in our body, in our cells. So remember, this type of all reactions we call metabolic reactions. This type of all reactions we call metabolic reactions. Metabolic reactions, metabolism, you know that in that anabolism and catabolism, anabolism meaning synthesis. Remember, whenever the complex compound form, glucose is the simple one. इसका complex है glycogen. So that type of reactions we call anabolic type synthesis. And when the stored food material, that's a complex one, that convert into simple molecules, that's the glucose, that we call catabolic. So in a way, this entire reaction we can say that it's a one kind of metabolic reaction, anabolic plus catabolic one. So like that, so many reaction in our body, remember, and these reactions occurs in both, not only multicellular, but in both unicellular as well as multicellular organisms. All meaning, see, microbes are there, algae, fungi, plants, and animals, all perform these metabolic reactions. All living organisms perform this metabolism. Up to here, clear first? Anyone have a doubt? Then write down, repeat. I can repeat. Okay, it seems you have no doubt. So metabolism, basically, remember now the perfect definition of metabolism. The sum total of all chemical, okay, the sum total of all chemical reactions wait, reactions occurring in our body, that is the perfect definition of metabolism. Remember this, the sum total of all chemical reaction occurring in our body inside the cell. Next, now one thing, now okay, we decide that this metabolism is the defining property of living organism or not. So for that, one thing that you should understand, in laboratory also we can perform this type of reaction. Okay, in test tube, in laboratory, in test tube, we add glucose plus the enzyme required to convert that glycogen. Okay, glucose convert into glycogen. So that type of reaction we can perform in laboratory outside the living organism. Okay, here living cells are not there, only the chemicals are present which shows the reaction, same reaction which occur in the living organism in their cells. So that is the one condition. Okay, and glucose plus enzyme gradually convert into which one? Glycogen, glucose to glycogen conversion. Next, after that, other thing, that which one, that inside the cell, human or any animal cell is there, and in that glucose is converted into glycogen. Here no cells are there, here cells are there. Okay. Next, see, here cells are not present in this A condition, cells are not present, just the chemicals are there. Okay, which chemicals present in that case of B also. Okay, inside the cell. So in this A, remember, no cell are there. So that type of system we call cell-free system. That type of system we call cell-free system. So in laboratory, we can convert glucose to glycogen without cell. Okay, without cell in the present, without the cell. So that type of system we call cell-free system. Cell-free system, remember, meaning here metabolic reactions occur in test tube outside the body of an organism. And like that, we can perform the reactions occur, okay, in our cell, in living organism. Same type of all reaction we can perform in laboratory condition also. So in single reactions we can carry it out in laboratory. So that we call isolated metabolic reaction. Sorry. That we call isolated. Isolated meaning separated one. Okay. Isolated metabolic reaction. Isolated metabolic reactions. Okay. Individual reactions when we perform. See, in our cell, many reactions are occurring at a simultaneously, actually at a one time. But here we are talking about just one reaction. That one reaction occurring in cell, same reaction we can study in laboratory. Okay, in test tube we can create this thing. So remember, this individual separated single reaction we call isolated metabolic reactions. So this reaction in that cell is not present. It's a cell-free system. And another same reaction occur inside the cell of living organism. So can we say that this one which we perform in laboratory is a living thing? Tell me. Can we say that? Correct. It's not a living thing. It's just a metabolic reaction. It's a one kind of reaction. Because remember, I told you that metabolism definition, the sum total of all the chemical reactions occurring in our body, in living organism, that we call metabolism. That we call metabolism. So this single, separated, isolated reactions which are carried out in laboratory, these all are not living. They are just reactions. So remember, metabolism, okay, metabolism that we cannot see in case of any non-living things. A table, chair, fan, bed, okay, anything. You can take any example of non-living things. In that, this type of reactions can take place? No. So any non-living things, okay, or no non-living things can perform this metabolism. Same way, all living organisms, all living organisms perform metabolism. In that, no exceptional. Okay, like growth and reproduction. Growth में exceptional था, mountains, boulders. Reproduction, in that example, sterile organisms are there. But in metabolism, no exceptional are there. So that's why we can say that metabolism is a defining property of living organism. Metabolism is a defining property of living organism. With this metabolism, you should understand two terms. One is in vitro, another is the in vivo. Okay, in vitro meaning study of cells. Okay, you want to study any cells. study of cells, tissue, okay, or any part of the body. For that, we take these cells and tissue outside the body, outside the body, and we can study this thing in laboratory. We study this thing in laboratory. Whereas in vivo meaning what? No need to take any cell tissue outside the body. With this, within that body, we can study this when we study the cells and tissue that we call in vivo. That we call in vivo meaning inside the body. Anything that we study without taking outside within the body, that we call in vivo. When we take the cells outside and study, that we call in vitro. Simple, I can say that blood cells, okay, when blood taken outside and the blood cells, RBCs, just number of blood cells, study the number of blood cells, how many RBC, WBC platelets are there. So that type of study is in vitro, cells taken outside and study in the laboratory. Here in vivo, cells do not take outside, within the body the study of cell occurs. So that we call the in vivo. Remember this thing, in vitro, in vivo. These two terms are very, very important for NEET. In vitro, study of cells, tissue, and for that, we should take out this cells, tissue outside the body. In vivo, within the body. Clear these two terms, in vitro, in vivo. Okay. So for that, suppose I'm giving you an example. In test tube, in test tube, when we add glucose plus enzyme to form glycogen, okay, that's stored food material in this test tube. Glycogen here, glucose. Okay, glucose to glycogen. This reaction occur in test tube in laboratory. So that is what type of reaction, in vitro or in vivo? That type when we want to study this reaction, but in laboratory. So that we call correct in vitro, right? And without taking cells outside, just inside the cell, when we study this thing, that glucose to glycogen conversion, that we call correct. Very good. In vivo. Okay. So remember metabolism, in that all living organisms, all living organisms are made up of chemicals. Either these chemicals are small in size or big. They belong to various classes. They perform various functions. Chemicals are constantly made and changed into some other biomolecules depending on the requirement. And like this, so many reactions occur in our body, in living organism, and this all we call metabolic reactions. This metabolic reactions occurs in both unicellular as well as multicellular. This metabolic reactions, okay, single individual we can study in laboratory. That system we call cell-free system, and that type of study we call in vitro study, because in that in see in vitro one thing when I can say that single just chemicals, glucose plus enzyme to glycogen, that's why we can say that it's a one kind of in vitro study. That same reaction occur in living organisms also. Next, remember the definition of metabolism. the sum total of all the chemical reactions occurring in our body. Metabolism is equal to anabolism plus catabolism. All living things that shows metabolism, metabolic reactions, but no non-living things that exhibit this metabolic reaction. So on the basis of that, we can say that metabolism is an exclusive defining property of a living organism. Clear? Next one, that's the consciousness. Next one, consciousness. Yes, Kritika? Speak. Yes.
I have asked what is a receptor, means what is the meaning of that receptor?
Okay. Receptors are, okay, any cell is there. Okay, any cell is there. On the cell membrane, the receptor molecules are present. These receptor molecules, generally neurotransmitters, if you have heard this word. So neurotransmitter hormones are there. So this molecules binds with that receptors and shows the reactions, which receive that signal from the molecule and perform the reaction. So that type of molecule, simply I can say that they are receptors. Clear, Kritika?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next one, consciousness. Fourth property, that's the consciousness. Consciousness in general term that we use for awareness. Consciousness basically, it's the awareness of the surrounding and response to the external stimuli. Awareness of surroundings and response to external stimuli or environmental stimuli. This stimuli, it can be physical, it can be the chemical or biological. So first of all, remember definition of consciousness in that one thing required awareness. Awareness from this for the surroundings, and whatever the stimuli come, give the response to that stimuli. Give the response to that stimuli. Now this stimuli, it can be physical, it can be chemical, it can be the biological. Now, stimuli simply, I can say that one of the example, light. Light, that's the light, for that the photoreceptors are there, which is the sense organ present in our body that can perceive the light, receive the light stimuli. Correct, eyes. Okay, so the stimuli, on the basis of the stimuli, if very bright light is there, okay, one is bright light, other is the dim light. So on the basis of that light stimuli, we can give the response, either broadening of the eye part and the narrowing of the eye part. So remember, stimuli are perceived by sense organ in higher animals. We are talking about living organisms. So in living organisms, animals plus plants, higher animals have this type of the sense organs, which can sense the stimuli by their eyes, ear, nose. Okay. But plants do not have any sense organs. Plants do not have any sense organ. Plants do not have eyes, ear, nose, like that. So, though the plants do not have any sense organ, still plant give the response to the external factors. External factors, light, water, temperature, pollutants, etc. One of the simplest examples, have you ever seen that mimosa plant? Chui mui, touch me not plant. When we give the touch stimuli, okay, simple. Entire name is Mimosa pudica. Scientific name hai. This one is this plant. Okay, on that the leaflets are there. And when we give the touch stimuli, at that time, the leaflets are closed. Though the plants do not have any kind of receptor that sense organs, it can shows this type of behavior. So remember, though plants do not have any sense organ, they do respond to external factors. Simplest example, remember this one, Mimosa pudica. In that, when we touch the leaflets, okay, touch stimuli is given, then these leaflets are closed. Next thing, one first is this one. Second point, photo period. Photo period. Photo meaning light. Okay, photo meaning what? Light. Duration of availability of light period. Duration of availability of light period. This one affects reproduction in seasonal breeders. Reproduction in seasonal breeders. So, photo period, availability of light period. How the availability of light period? This one is a one kind of stimuli that affect the reproduction process in seasonal breeder. So in plants, simply in plants, have you observed that in some of the plant, on some of the plants, flowering come in summer season. On some of the plant, flowering come in winter season. Have you seen that type of behavior in plants? Okay, so that's because why that this type of variation is there. In summer season, the availability of light period is longer. In winter, the availability of light period is shorter. That's why we can get that type of variation that some on some plants flowering come in uh, summer season, on some that's the winter season. Next, animals. Animals in that, in seasonal breeder animals, can you tell me mosquito number increases? Mosquito number increases in which season? Correct. Okay. Winter, monsoon. Correct. So that is the breeding season for monsoon. Same, we can say that breeding season, that frog. Yes or no? One more example, frog. Even for birds, that's a for the breeding. That's the monsoon is the favorite season. So that's why remember photo period that affects the reproduction in seasonal breeders in plants as well as animals. Here we are talking about the stimulus light. Sorry, light. Next, all organism control entry of chemicals. Remember, all organism control entry of chemicals in their body because all organism has their all organisms are aware of their surrounding. That's why we can say that remember, living organisms has one of the property that's the consciousness. Now, come see, out of the all animals, we are also belong to that animal kingdom, right? Humans are also belong to the animal kingdom. But rest all the organisms, all the animals, humans have the specific feature, and that we call self consciousness. Self consciousness, remember, present only and only in human being. Okay. Next, tell me now, any non living objects have this property? कॉन्शियसनेस होता है इन एनी नॉन लिविंग ऑब्जेक्ट? नो. Okay, so that's why this consciousness is also like metabolism is an exclusive defining property of living organism. Consciousness, remember, consciousness is a awareness. Okay, awareness, or we can say that ability to sense the surrounding, that's the environment, and respond to this environmental stimuli, which could be the physical, chemical, or biological. Next, though the plants do not have any kind of sense organ, still they do respond to external factors. Photoperiod affects the reproduction in seasonal breeder for both plants and animals. All organisms control the entry of chemicals in their body, and human beings is the only organism which is having self-consciousness. Next, one thing related to this consciousness, that if one thing that patient in coma, okay, patient in coma, that considered as a brain dead person, okay. So patient in coma, that should be considered as a living or non-living? Can you tell me? Patient in coma, that should be considered as a living or not? Let's discuss. Patient in coma, remember, can you tell me, do the patient in coma have any self-awareness? Then how can we say that it's a living? Okay. So patient in coma, remember, do not have any self-awareness. They are supported by machines. Actually, they are supported by machines for various functions. So remember, when we are talking about consciousness as a property of living organism, in that patient in coma can neither be called living nor non-living. Clear this thing? Any doubt in consciousness, you can ask. What is between living and non-living? Purva, you want to unmute yourself?
Hello, ma'am.
हाँ बोलो.
Ma'am, you said that patient is coma is neither considered living or non-living. So
Yes.
what are they? Means actually, how are they considered? Like stones are also non-living, but they are also like that. We can compare to them, but they are non-living. So that this patients actually.
Again, please repeat. Voice.
Actually, huh. Huh. So my question was that you said that patients in coma are non-living. So
Living, not nor we can't consider them living nor non-living because they are supported by machines. Machines जो होते they help to work their organ to function. उनकी organs gradually dead होते जाते रहे, okay, उनमें ऑक्सीजन लेवल डिक्रीज होते हैं, ब्रेन, हार्ट एंड लंग्स अफेक्टेड हो जाते हैं. You know that heart and lungs are main vital organs.
yes.
Okay.
I got
So,
it. Thank you.
okay, good. किसी ने कुछ सेंसर के बारे में लिखा था. सीटी स्कैन दैट इज टोटली डिफरेंट डियर. इन विवो इन विट्रो में हम नहीं बोल सकते उसको. In next property, sensor, किसी ने क्या लिखा? That's a sensor. Can you tell me in sensor any kind of metabolic reaction occur? किसने लिखा था? Sensor type. Okay. So we can't consider it's a living one. Clear? Good interaction. Next, now the next property is also interaction. Interaction and organization. Interaction and organization, in that, first understand this. Basically, the smallest thing that we call atom. When two atoms interact to each other, can you tell me it will form? When two atoms interact with each other, it will form? Correct. Molecule. When molecules interact with each other, then remember it will form organelles. Okay, different molecules when start interacting to each other, and by that way, see, our body actually made up of entire chemicals. Our body, अब cell देखो, cell membrane, okay, lipids are present, proteins, carbohydrates. We talk about this thing when we talk about cell actually. So remember, our entire body is made up of chemicals. So when molecules start interact to each other, it will form organelles. Can you give me examples of some organelles? Anyone raise your hand quickly? Examples of organelles. Do you know any organelle which are present in cell? Correct. Mitochondria, lysosome, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes. Okay, correct. Very good. This all are cell organelles, right? Next, these cell organelles when start interacting to each other, then it will form. Can you tell me? When these organelles correct, it will form cell. When cells start interacting to each other, then cell interact to each other, then it will form tissue. Very good. Next, tissue interact to each other. Tissues, you know, epithelial tissues, ये lower standard में आया है आपको. Epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissues. Okay. Yes. So tissues when interact to each other, correct. All are correct. Organ form. When organs start interacting to each other, it will form. Correct. Organ system. And when all organ system in human, in animals, in or in living organisms, so many systems are there. All system when start interact to each other, we can say that organism. Okay, proper term is which one? Organism. This organism, okay, when same type of organism form a group, remember my word. Okay, a group in or the members of a group which have similar characteristics, so that we call that entire group we call population. Next, when different populations interact to each other, then when different population interact to each other, then species नहीं होता इससे, community. पता है इन जनरल हम वर्ड यूज करते हैं कि ये कम्युनिटी है, कम्युनिटी वर्ड इन community word we use in general in that different okay different so, okay organisms, okay, organisms, remember, same group that form population, different populations when interact to each other we use the term community. Okay, so first remember smallest level of this one we consider level, that's a organization. This one we call one kind of organization. So in that smallest, that's the atom. When atom interacts to each other, molecule form. Molecule interacts to each other, organelle. Organelles interact to cell, to tissue, to organ system, organism, population, community. Okay, अभी आगे भी है. First, remember one thing that, see, this cellular, we take example of this one, cellular organelles. Okay, cellular organelles are made by molecules, yes or no? Cellular organelles are made by molecules. Yes, right. Next, so if these molecules, just think about that, these molecules do not interact to each other, just they are praised, these molecules, they are praised, they are, see, they are attached to itself, but they do not interact to each other, then we can say that it's an organelle. Whatever property has been there in molecule, that we can't say that it's an organelle. When, remember, as and when interactions start, as and when interactions start, new things will form, like molecule when interacts to each other, and it will create organelle. It will create organelle. Next, remember, these cellular organelles, okay, cell create करना है, so property of cell is not a constituent of organelle. Mitochondria है, okay, chloroplast है, mitochondria, chloroplast, nucleus, then this Golgi body, ER, this different cell organelles are there. But if these cell organelles do not interact with each other, see, mitochondria produce, you know that it's a powerhouse, energy, ATP molecule form करता है. If this ATP molecule is just retained with this mitochondria and do not give to any other organelle, then how the other organelles work? They also need energy, yes or no? So remember, each and every organelle should interact to each other to form a cell. So cell, remember, properties of cell is not a constituent of organelle. Whatever constituent present in this individual organelle is not a cell, but this interaction of organelle is a property of cell. Bolo, clear? Same way, cells are there, different cells. Like we can take an example, in plants, parenchyma is present. Remember parenchyma? These parenchyma cells, when start interacting to each other, okay, these cells when start interacting to each other, then and then it can form tissue. Otherwise, they are simple cell. But when start interacting to each other, it will create one thing, that's a tissue. So always remember, properties of, इसके लिए हम क्या बोलेंगे, properties of tissue are not present in the constituent of cell, but they arise as a result of interaction among the constituent of cell. Okay, constituent of cell when start interacting, then and then it can form tissue. Same properties of organ is not a constituent of tissue, but it arises as a result of interaction of tissue among the that's a tissue constituent. Well, understood this thing first? Next, see this first photograph. See first atom, which is the lowest. Okay. Then molecules, the only oxygen. When two oxygen molecules combine, then O2. Then next, cell organelles. Just a second. I'll show you the other one. 28. Yes. Atom to molecule to, when molecules start interacting, organelles, then cell, tissue, organ system, organism, population, community. Next, remember, when community, meaning, see, all different population, I told you, all different populations, like, see, monkey population, human population, cat population, dog population, like that. Okay, different population, when start interacting to each other, it will create community. Now, community means all living organisms in that they interact to abiotic component. Community, we can say that in that biotic component, when they interact with their surrounding environmental conditions that we call abiotic, which are non-living, light, water, temperature, they are non-living. So when biotic components that communicate with abiotic components, that we create entire ecosystem. So ecosystem is equal to, remember, biotic plus abiotic component interact to each other. Next, like that different ecosystems are there, when start interacting, it will form biome. It will form biome. Biome, आपने सुना होगा desert, entire desert. So desert is a one type of biome. Next, after that, tundra region, polar region. Okay, tundra region, polar region, even tropical rainforest. These are the examples of biomes. And these all biomes which are present on Earth, then they start interacting to each other. It will create the largest organization level, that is the biosphere, entire Earth. Okay, clear this thing. This is the entire organization level. So remember, the smallest level of organization, atom, and the highest level of organization, biosphere. Anyone have a doubt in this one? Then ask. Any doubt? Yes or no? Okay, no. Aksha, Avsar, Het, Khushali, Manav, Misha, Rudra, Samarth, wake up. Interaction and organization. All living phenomena due to underlying interactions. Properties of tissue are not properties of tissues are not present in the constituent of cell, but what interactions among the constituent cell. Remember this word, interaction. Same way, properties of cellular organelles are not present in molecular constituent of the organelle, but interaction among the molecular component which comprises the organelle. So this type of interactions, remember, um, emergent properties at a higher level of organization, and that will form hierarchy of organization. That we have learned. Quickly tell me, smallest level of organization, smallest thing is which one for this hierarchy of organization? Atom. When atoms start interact to each other, it will create, correct, molecule. When molecules start interact to each other, this thing is important for NEET. In your book, just given tissue and cellular organelles. When organelles start interact to each other, when cells interact to each other, then cells interact to each other, then tissues interact to each other, then correct, organs simply remember. I can give you one example. Organs simply, we can take an example: stomach, esophagus, intestine. These are the different organs. When they start interact with each other, it will create which system? When this organelle, stomach, intestine, correct, digestive system. So it's a one kind of organ system. Like that, ovary, fallopian tube, uterus, these all organs, when start interact to each other, it will create reproductive system. And when all systems start interact to each other, then it will create, correct, organism. When organisms are there, the same group of organism is formed, that we call, when organism interacts, the same group, that we call population. Population when interact to each other, then we call, means different populations. Remember, different populations, same populations ho gaya, different populations interact to each other, form community. Community means biotic component, it interact with abiotic. Remember ecosystem definition, biotic plus abiotic. Living components interact with now non-living things, that we, yes, that will form ecosystem. Ecosystem, all different ecosystem when interact, it will form biome, correct? And when all biomes which are present on earth, yes, they form biosphere. Good. Good, very good. Next thing, that living organisms are self-replicating. Other properties are given. Living organisms are self-replicating, evolving. Okay, self-replicating, evolving, and self-regulating. Living organisms are self-replicating, evolving, and self-regulating interactive systems which capable of responding to external stimuli. Self-replicating, remember, they can able to produce their own progeny, so it can maintain their existence on the earth. It can maintain their existence on the earth by producing their progeny. Just think about that. If progeny are not formed, then the species that particular group that will become extinct on the earth. So living organisms have the ability for self-replicating. Evolving meaning what? Evolution कब होता है? When new characters are developed in that particular group. Okay, new characters, new variations, it creates the variations to get adapted in that particular environment. Okay, so creating variations and new characters develops. By that way, evolution takes place. And last one, that's the self-regulating interactive system, which capable of responding to external stimuli. These things, even remember, other properties are also present in living organism. In your textbook, given only this thing, okay, which we have learned. In living organisms, remember that one thing, adaptations. Okay, adaptations is also one of the property of living organism. Next, living organism can shows the lifespan, definite lifespan hota hai in living organism that we can able to see in case of the non-living. In every living organism has a definite lifespan. Okay, in that birth, then growth, maturity, then aging and death, like that. In this part, first part, I have completed over here. That's the properties of living organism. Any doubt? If you have any doubt, I can repeat that topic. Next part of this chapter, that's the taxonomy. Aksha, unmute yourself. Aksha. Aksha, unmute yourself.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
आप रिप्लाई क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? आपने आंसर एक भी नहीं दिया आज. Why? Have you understood all the things or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mishwa. Mishwa, unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
आपने भी कोई एक भी आंसर नहीं दिया. Why? Why? Have you understood?
Yes.
Okay. Chalo. Last quick revision of this entire topic, that's the properties of living organism. I can ask from anyone, okay, any property. Quickly give me your answer. Next, first question. Cell division leads to dash in multicellular forms. Cell division leads to dash in multicellular forms. Correct. Growth. Very good. Next. Correct. Growth, correct. Okay. Next. Human beings is the only organism which is having that which property that we can found only in human beings compared to other living organism. Self consciousness. Awareness तो सब में होता है. Self consciousness. Remember. Next. Dash affects the reproduction in seasonal breeders for both plants and animals. Correct. Khushi Desai. Good. Photo period. Next. The reactions which we are carried out in laboratory this type of reactions, this type of metabolic reactions, can we say that living reactions? First, listen my question. That type of reactions, can we say that living reactions? No. So that type of reaction study consider as a in vitro or in vivo? In vitro, correct. In vitro meaning, remember, study the things out, okay, for that in laboratory. Simply remember, in laboratory, and within the body, when anything is studied, that we call the in vivo. Next, when populations start interact to each other, it will form, correct, community. Next, when, which is the largest unit of level of largest we can, or highest level of organization? Correct. Smallest level of organization? Biosphere highest के लिए correct है, atom for the lowest, smallest, correct. Next, which organisms reproduce through budding? Amoeba, Heth. Hydra correct है, Hydra and yeast, correct, good. Next, which organism, which living organism cannot reproduce? Mule, correct. Other example? Worker bee, good. Okay, very good. Just go through one time from your textbook content. If you have any doubt, okay, you can ask me in the next class. Clear? Or you can message me. I will give you the reply. Taxonomy part we will study in the next class. Goodbye.